y'all, my name is Callaghan. I am the founder of Slay Beauty Bar and Spray Tan Class. I am so excited to chat with you guys today because I wanted to talk about a question that I get a lot, and that is, Kelly, should I become a spray tanning artist? Should I start a spray tanning business? Am I going to flourish? Am I good enough to have a spray tanning business? Is it difficult? All of the questions, and they are so valid, and I want to be able to answer as authentically and as honestly and just let you guys know a little bit of the inside of owning a spray tanning business and what it really takes to do that. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. This is going to take a lot of self-awareness, this conversation, because when I started the business, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. All I knew is that I needed this to work because I was not going to go back to my corporate job. So I was going to make it work. And I think the first thing that I realized I wanted to do and what my why was I wanted to create a life for myself where I was connecting with women. I love men, they're fine, but I don't want to work with men. I want to work with women. I started looking at an old journal I had. I saw the mobile spray tanning on there, the idea of it. I started researching. I spent my last $2,000 investing in equipment and all of these things. I ended up getting my return on my investment within a month. So for me, it was really hustle, like pedal to the metal, grind. It was intense, and it still is intense, but it's intense in different ways now. So I'm going to let you guys know that first and foremost, get connected with your why. Get connected with why you want to be a business owner, why you want to be in the spray tanning industry, what is exciting about it to you, because without a very strong why, without a very strong reason of you doing this, a lot of the times what's going to happen is either one, you're going to play it very safe and be very comfortable and you're going to grow very slowly, if at all. Or two, you're going to go into this with high momentum and you're going to falter off eventually, maybe sooner than later. I don't know, can't really tell you for sure, but I know that without the passion, the drive, the why, the understanding of what you're doing and the reason why you're doing it, your mission, it's hard to sustain a business because it is very time consuming. It's very time consuming. It's all you. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of investment, time, energy, money. And without that why, you are going to find any excuse to not do the things that you need to do and the way that you need to show up as a business owner. You're going to find any excuse to falter off and fall off the wagon. And I hate to see this because I know the potential to create a really sustainable, beautiful life and to impact the lives of others. I see the potential. I'm living it. I'm proof of it. I started off with literally, other than that $2,000, nothing in my bank account, went all in, and that was my initial driving force. I had to make it happen because I was not going to live a life of being in this corporate box and taking incoming calls and doing the things for somebody else. I wanted to create my own life. I wanted to be free of any type of schedule, and I wanted to impact the lives of other women. Now, when I started this, it worked well. I was doing mobile spray tanning and I had to learn how to market myself. So I took the initiative and I took radical responsibility. I knew it was all me. I couldn't blame anybody else if it didn't work. If I couldn't blame my mom, I couldn't blame my brother, I couldn't blame you, I couldn't blame anybody if this shit didn't work. So I had to do the things that I needed to do in order to learn how to start and grow my business. Nobody that I knew at that time, my friends, my family, nobody had a business, so I didn't really have anyone to turn to. So what I ended up doing was going to free resources, networking events. I started looking on YouTube, reading books, and doing all of these things to make sure that I was doing the things that I needed to do. Did buy an online spray tan training program. So if you guys want more information on that and how to get started, you can go to spraytanclass.com. I'll put the link below, but that is one way that you guys can start your journey and really find out, okay, is this something that I feel dedicated and cool to do? I will say that for me, spray tanning has opened up so many doors. When you step into becoming a business owner, you are no longer someone who is controlled by your work or your place of business or your corporation or whoever is telling you what you can and cannot do and how you can live your life. I love to travel. I love to be an independent, wild, and free type of spirit. And so going into this, I really felt the need to give out a lot of the knowledge that I had in order to connect with other women, to be able to help them grow so they can help me grow. Like, it was all energy. It was me giving, me receiving, me giving, me receiving. And so what happened was I realized that through networking and through talking to a lot of other sunless artists, which when I started, it was such a small pool of people doing the spray tanning. So now it has definitely blown up. It's tanning in general is $1 billion industry. So you can see that there is still massive growth happening. But back then, there wasn't that many spray tan training programs. There wasn't that many people to turn to as mentors to help. And to be quite honest with you, there still aren't a lot of legitimate mentors or coaches that I personally wanted to work with. So what I ended up doing was, through all of the self-teaching, through the marketing, through the experience, through helping other women grow their businesses, I saw the need and the want for other entrepreneurs and for women to get help on the business side of things, because a lot of the spray tan training programs, including the one that I took, had nothing about business or marketing. And I would say that the technical side of things is a very small baby portion. So what I mean by that is the actual technique of spray tanning, the solution that you're using, the education behind the technical aspect of all of that is such a small portion of the reason why people are succeeding in this industry. So I want you to realize that and understand how important that is, because if you know how to spray tan beautifully, perfectly, you use the best products, yada, 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 but you don't know how to market, you don't know how to apply business tactics or strategies, or you have no idea how to sell anything, like, you are going to struggle unless you already have a massive following, which in that case, you would already know something about marketing or sales. So for me, coming from a sales background, coming from a marketing background, coming from a psychology background, I realized implementing everything that I learned into creating a spray tan training program that encompassed all of that, the business, the marketing, and the technical side of things, that is what we needed in our industry, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we did. So since I stepped into becoming a business owner, I was able to grow that small mobile spray tanning business into a multi-six-figure business that is now on an international level because of creating a salon, doing the classes and making sure that I was solving a huge problem that we needed in our industry, creating events like the Slay the Spray Tour, where we're traveling around and actually going to different cities to help these women in person, because I know a lot of people can't learn just online. What I started doing is thinking creatively and thinking, what does my audience need? What do the people that I interact with need, you know? And so I really put my heart, all my intention into creating the best program out there for spray tan trainers and people who are interested in learning how to spray tan and start a business. I really don't find that program useful for people who don't want to start a business, because again, it goes over all of the marketing and business stuff that I've learned throughout the years to bring the success that I've had for my salon, as well as the spray tan training programs, and for all of the successes that we've had for our students as well. We've now trained thousands of women all around the world, and I see the potential for this sunless revolution to continue growing in a massive way. We just need really, really good artists who are committed to learning in the right way, who are committed to really showing up as a business owner, who aren't afraid to take chances or risks. And again, I think more than anything, this is about connection. So when you become a spray tanning artist and you work with your clients, it's not so much the technical stuff, right? It is a lot of rapport building, how to build a solid relationship with your client every single time, because your clients are typically nude in front of you. So it is a very, very vulnerable space, and you want to create the safest, most comfortable experience for your client that you could possibly create. That to me has really made my business grow exponentially. You know, I really create these strong bonds with these women that come through the door at Slay Beauty Bar, and now also the women that take our spray tan training programs. To answer your question, should you be a spray tanning artist? Do you have the discipline it takes? Do you have the time it takes? Do you understand that it's not just technical, that it's also marketing and business? Are you ready to step into that and accept the growth that can happen when you invest in yourself, time, money, and energy into learning and to properly doing this? Because let's be real, to start a spray tanning business at $2,000 isn't a lot. To start any business at $2,000 is not a lot of money. So if you can't handle a couple grand of investing, I don't know that you would have the why behind what you're doing, because anything is figure outable. When you want something bad enough, you're going to do it no matter what. It doesn't matter. There's nothing that you can get in your way if you see the vision, if you see the potential. I will be really 100% honest with you. It was my emotional grit. It was my willingness and my passion to learn about the business. It was the fact that I personally loved spray tanning people and connecting with women, and there was no way in hell I was going back to corporate life. Those are the things that kept me moving, kept me motivated. And this doesn't mean that as a mobile spray tanning artist or as an artist in general that you have to hit the ground running so quickly. But I do think that this is a lifetime type of commitment if you want to grow your business to the point where you can either sell it or to the point where you grow it and you keep it and you just have people working for you. Or maybe you start your own spray tan training program. Maybe you start mentoring women at some point. Maybe you decide that you want to become an esthetician like I did and start offering other services. Maybe there is something else for you. I've seen so many women start creating their products, solutions, aftercare products, retail products, and mentorship programs and all of these things. And I think it's a beautiful thing as long as they know what they're doing, because a lot of the times there are so many shortcuts that we can take. One being this opportunity right now where you're thinking about getting into the industry and it's like, okay, technically you can buy an Amazon, equipment and a solution that you really don't know for sure what's in that solution, because I don't trust Amazon when it comes to product like that. So understanding that, don't go cheap on your investment. Do it the right way. If you want to be taken seriously as a business owner, you have to do it the right way. You have to. You can try to do all the shortcuts that you want, but it's going to cost you more time, more energy, and ultimately more money to do that, because the mistakes that you're going to make and not being able to go from A to Z quicker because you don't really know what you're doing. That's why we designed the programs. We want to work with serious spray tanning artists who want to know the ins and outs of the business, so that way they can rise quicker and they can start making an income for themselves and their families quicker. Now, today, I literally had my business up and running. I'm not even kidding you, within a week of getting my solution and my equipment and all of these things, because I knew that I had to get my hands dirty. I had to do the things. I had to not make any excuses anymore. I had to stop making the excuses in my head, and I had to go full force in this, because if I didn't, I was probably eventually not gonna do it, or I would have just waited too long and I just probably, I don't know, something else could have happened, right? Could have got a job offer somewhere or something like that. I actually was getting my real estate license. I actually did get my real estate license the same week I started my business. So I chose a path that I felt very pulled to go on, and I'm so incredibly glad I did, because now we work with women like you who are interested in getting into the spray tanning industry to literally change their lives. And I don't say that lightly. I say that with my full heart, because I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've worked with you guys, I've worked with women just like you who are maybe a little bit scared to take the leap of faith, but know that the long-term vision, and they see that goal and they understand that taking that leap of faith is going to get them to where they want to be, because saying no to opportunities and holding back because of this limiting belief and this false illusion that is fear or doubt, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm all about living life to the fullest. I'm all about jumping all in. I'm all about making it happen for yourself, because no one is going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself, and you have to be decisive. You have to make decisions, which is one of the main things that has led to my success as an international and probably one of the most well-known spray tanning educators in the world today, is because I took the leaps, I took the opportunities, I made the decisions, and I did them quickly. I didn't sit there and just sulk and wonder and have this analysis paralysis type of thing going on. I just made the decision and I went for it. And I want the same for you, even if you don't feel 100% ready. Ready is not going to come to you, and you have to just go for it. So the opportunity is here. They always say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and you're watching this video for a reason. So if you guys want more information, please feel free to go to spraytanclass.com. Go ahead and slide into my DMs. It's at @Iam_KellyAnn or at spraytanclass. I answer all of my DMs. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything that you guys want to talk about, I'm so excited to help you guys, because I see the potential in this industry. I see the potential in you, girl, and I want you guys to seriously own your freaking power and do the thing that you want to do most in this life. And I can almost promise you that means having the freedom, having the connection with other amazing women, and having the potential to grow your business into whatever it is that you want. So I love you guys long time. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye.